Yo, 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 what's goody, what's goody? We'll be right back with that Cul-de-sac Speaks action, gang.
Yo, yo. How
Yo,
y'all
yo,
doing?
yo, what's goody, what's
How y'all
goody, my
doing? How
boy?
y'all
We
doing?
back with it. Yo,
What is up? How y'all doing?
how y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? What's good? As y'all already know, you already know what time it is. It's the Cul-de-sac Speaks Season 2 premiere. Let's get it. It's me, yo, Johnny 2x4. I'm here. My man's Double A. What's good with you?
What's good? What's good? We've been out here. We've been out here. How you been? How you been?
Yo, you already know we've been awesome, even though we had a lot of little stressors, in the background of our life. But we still been,
I get it.
besides
I get it.
that,
I get it. I get it.
you already know how we feeling. But overall, like I'm still, thinking about last season and stuff. I'm happy with like how we wrap things up, and I'm happy to just start again with like a new season, a fresh new vibe, and like bringing these guys some amazing ass content type shit. Like I'm ready for this shit. You know what I mean?
Hey, we on the same level. We on the same level, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I was gonna ask you real quick, like, cause I already know the Plank Gang, and everybody in the cul-de-sac. Let me know how your summers went. Let us all know how your summers went in the comment section below. But we're about to give you a little bit of insight on how our summers went. A little bit, what we did over the summer, that type shit. So,
Over this month break we took, it's hard work making a podcast. You feel me, y'all? It's hard work. It's hard work. It's
so,
hard work.
so my boy Double A. First off, honestly, if you would explain it, how was your summer, dog? How honestly was your summer, like from June to here to where we at now? Oh, I need
Fantastic.
June. I need the whole summer.
It was pretty fantastic. I went on a cruise. We went out of the country. We went to Cozumel, Mexico. We went to fuck, Honduras, Belize, and one more place. But I can't remember the name of it. But yeah, we drove. We took the boat for a week, and it was pretty fun, bro. Visiting different countries. I want to stay longer in the countries, but cruises are nice ways to see what countries you want to go to on an all-inclusive vacation. Like I would go
Got
to
you.
an all-inclusive resort on a couple of the places we went to. But like, here's the
Mhm.
thing. I'll be honest with you, bro. It's like when you get off the boat to go through the country to go do shit, like you see the country, and it's like completely different. And it's like it like I don't know, man. It becomes a different experience to see what it actually is outside of the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you. I get you. So seeing like, especially like outside of your state, your comfort zone and stuff like that, like seeing how much actually
Yeah,
like out there is like crazy. Like
it's fun
even
as fuck learning new shit, bro. Like it's fun as
yeah,
fuck
like
eating new foods, meeting new
the,
people.
even like a small example of that while riding with my homeboy the other day, riding in my car. I was like, yo, this 15-minute drive, like if you really think about it, like this world is huge, bro. It says 3 miles away, and it took me like 15 minutes, like driving like six. I'm like, this is crazy. This is crazy. This world is like so much bigger than we actually think. You know what I mean? Like in comparison to us and what we see in our everyday lives, type stuff, like in our neighborhood and all that.
No, you got that right.
Yeah.
Getting around places is different, bro. Their roads is like completely different. Like systems, how they get around.
How do they explain
Um,
that a little bit?
like they get most people don't drive a car, or they do drive cars and shit in a lot of countries, but like a lot of people, the places at least that we went, people was like everybody walking. You see
Yeah.
cars
Everybody.
parked and shit. You see cars parked and shit, but like most of the people walking. He told us like the Honduras, the island we went to was um fuck, how big was it? The area they had. they inhabited on the island. The other half was all greenery, right?
Mhm.
All forest. They only inhabited half of this island,
Yeah.
and it was like something like 23 miles. That's
Mhm. So
it. That's it.
23 miles.
Like it's like this small number. I don't know the exact number, but yeah, it was like Honduras Raton, and that shit is fucking small. Yeah, you could take the whole thing. You can travel the whole island in a day. They
Yeah.
have one. They have one traffic light. One traffic light. No,
Wait,
no speed limits.
they got the one light. They got the one inconvenience light, bro. The one.
No speed limits. As long
No
as you're
speed
not being
limits.
our tour guide told us like on our bus to the place we went to. He told us like, oh, as long as you're not being like stupid on the roads, you're not gonna get pulled over.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. I get that. As long as you're not being like crazy on the road, you know what I mean? And especially it has one light. Like if you get pulled, that's crazy. If you get pulled at one light, bro, that's wild. I didn't even know it was like that. Like for real, for real. Like this is like it's good that you're really telling
I
me this
mean,
for real, for real.
there's a road in Germany, like the Autobahn. You can drive like fast as fuck.
Uh, isn't it like 100 miles an hour almost?
Hmm.
Something like that. You could drive like basically freely. You could drive as fast as you fucking want. No limit.
I have a couple of people who told me they went on it and like drove fast on that shit. Like it's kind of scary. Like everyone's flying, and if you're not really paying attention and don't know how to drive in another country, they like people tell you not to go on it. Like they recommend you not to, unless you have somebody who can direct you in the car.
Yeah, otherwise you're like probably likely to get into an accident or something, especially going like 100 plus, bro. Yo, man,
People,
you
and it's not
like
even that people go that high; it's that people just go faster than the average speed limit. Like people just up on that road whipping it. And if you, us as an American, used to driving on the right hand side, and now we driving on the left. Now we going 100
oh
miles. Like
shit,
you give us
I
the
forgot
speed
about
limit.
that.
You give us the option of a speed limit going 70 miles an hour. Most people yours and my age is probably going to do a couple like miles at 70, 80, 90 miles an hour testing out this rental vehicle. But like,
That's funny how you said the rental vehicle though. We ain't gonna do that to our vehicles at home though.
I drive fast in my whip, but that's not here and near. I don't do
No,
that allegedly.
I'm
But
about to say you would have brought
anyways,
your whip to that. You would have risked your whip.
oh, if I knew how to drive in England, not in England, if I knew how to drive in Europe, yeah.
Got you. Got you. If you know to drive, like if you
I want
knew,
to
if you're
travel.
comfortable.
I want to try. Yeah, that's it. That's all it is. I want to travel. I like the ability of comfort, like driving my own vehicle. If I have enough money to ship my vehicle through with me on travels, like yeah, hell
Yeah.
yeah, bro, I'll be taking that bitch. Like fuck it, come on,
Fuck yes.
pull that shit right onto the airport, pull it into not the heli, the fucking airplane, and boom, we out. Boom. I don't even like airplanes all that much, but I would rather fly with my take my car and shit.
Got you. I got you. I got you. Yo,
That's the
it
way.
really, it's honestly really nice to hear like how much you like truly enjoyed your trip and your stay like that. Because I know, especially after like the year, multiple years, not even going to expand on that, but the years and stuff you had, you know what I mean? It's nice that you was able to go out and actually relax and get out there and de-stress
Hmm.
and decompress and, you know, clear your
It
headspace. You
was
know what I mean?
nice.
That's really
Me and
important.
me and my fiance had a nice time. It was great. It was
Yeah.
nice.
See? And that's what it is. You and your fiance had a good time. You know, y'all was able to reconnect a little deeper too. And, you know, y'all was able to finally, you know, like
Hell
chill.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And actually enjoy each
Nah,
other's
I got
company.
drunk as fuck though out there. It was nice.
Damn.
Yeah, I
See,
got drunk
see?
as shit. But that's a time for another story. You took a trip too, my friend. How was your trip out of the city?
How's my summer? Oh, summer ski.
Yeah. Out of the
All
out of
right.
the out of the Wagaville. How was it?
Uh, how am I supposed to say this? So my summer, honestly, it started off way crazier than I would have expected. With you already know my starting situation going into the summer.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a little private playing game, but you know my boy know it. But anyways, it was a little bit of a struggle. But overall, I'm surprised at how successful and prosperous the summer has honestly been, even with all the like different setbacks that started it. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Um, like overall. I didn't expect to go on this. Like I went to playing gang. I went to Universal. Gotta say it like that. I went to Universal this year for the first time in my life, yo. And I've
That's
got
when
to say,
my man Johnny left the state.
yeah, it left the state. Like, oh God, I had such a fucking fun,
Oh no,
magical
you
life.
left the state when we went to DC, but nah, that was a school trip. But
Yeah, I'll be
you
leaving the
go
state more now. I used to never leave the state, my boy. Right? I used to never leave the fucking state.
homebody ass motherfucker.
Yeah, remember how hard it was for you to even get me to go to
The
like even like a town
club
over?
or the club, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, how far that drive? I ain't doing it. We gotta walk in the cold. I'd rather
Yo.
just stay home. We can stay at your crib. Nah, bro. I'm trying to go out tonight.
Was but yeah, your boy Johnny actually got out and went to Universal, and I gotta say, like more about it. I didn't think a place that could bring your imaginations to life existed, kind of thing. You know,
Oh
I
yeah.
didn't think it existed. Like seeing like what is it? I saw the Simpsons world, seeing like what they did with Harry Potter, seeing what they did with like it was so much like the Marvel section. All the I felt like I was in an actual comic strip. Like I cannot say that. I felt like I was actually a part of the comic strip. I went to Crust. I went
Man
to
breaks imagination boundaries. He's dope.
yeah, I'm over here. I went to Krusty Burger or whatever, Krusty's and the Simpsons. I'm standing there and it was and you know how bad like not bad, bad is not the word. You know how like authentic the experience was. I walk into Krusty's and it's packed. It is packed, and it's food smelling greasy. You know but you know it's good though. But you know it's good. But it's two packed. So I can't wait because it's like literally like a 30-40 minute wait just to get some food type stuff. But you know, like I didn't think a place like that exists. Like me, you know how much of a little baby I am. I gotta say it like that. I'm a little baby because I don't go on roller coasters. Your
Mm.
boy Johnny playing game. Your boy Johnny went on a roller coaster for the first time in like say 15 years. I gotta say it like that for like 15 years, dog. 15 years, and I can say I honestly enjoyed it. I went with my girl. You know, what I
You
mean,
can
I went with my
keep
girl
that
out
shit.
there,
You can
and
keep
we had
that
an
shit.
amazing time out there. We had an
Never.
awesome time. Honestly.
I'm glad, bro. See, you got away too. You got to enjoy your shit. You got to enjoy yourself. Always relax, smell the roses. You and your
Yep.
girl got some time together.
Yep.
I'm glad
Yep.
y'all going well. Everything's doing well.
Yep. Now I'm ready to get back into gear though. I'm ready to give these guys, some amazing content. I'm ready for fucking season 2 because we here right now, dog. And I'm also ready to get back into action because I got a lot of things behind the scenes.
Season
So do
two.
you that I want to release as well.
Season two has got a lot coming for y'all, bro. Y'all motherfuckers don't know. Y'all
so
don't know.
so without further ado, my boy Double A, since you chose the topic of choice, bro, tell them what we here to do. What we here to do today?
So today's topic has been talked about a lot. So a lot of people have been doing it, but I think we could talk about different people. So my question of the day, and for everybody who's listening can chime in and tell me, we want to know what hero could be a better villain. That is the question, and that is what we are going to answer with our opinions. If you fuck with it, let us know. Follow up, and now listen. So I would let Johnny 2x4 go first.
I knew you was going through that because
So
you want to hear mine so bad. You want to hear
yeah,
mine.
I want to hear. So because if you pick this out of everybody, if you pick the same person as me, I'm gonna be upset. So I have to let you go first because it
So
was my topic.
this is
So
my
I
this is
can
my
change.
second choice. This is my second choice.
That's your second
But my
choice. Okay,
first
I
choice,
I would fuck with that. I'd fuck with that argument.
my first choice though, for real, for real. You ready for it?
Yeah,
You ready
who's
for
it?
it?
Wait, yo, hang on. Adjust your camera. Like pull it, push it back a little. You too close. It's like too close
Oh,
to you. Yeah, there you
I
go.
got it back up.
Now, yeah, you too close to the camera.
My fault. I'm good. I'm good now.
I just couldn't see your hat. That's it. I can't see your hat now. Let's turn it up a little. Just turn it just a little up. No, the camera, so I
Oh,
can see your hat. I can't see your hat. Yeah, there you go. Not good. Not good. I
okay.
couldn't see your hat. Yeah,
Okay. There we
yeah.
go. All right, so the character that I chose that could have been a better villain. Here you go. Yo, my boy Asta. Yo, my boy Asta,
Okay.
bro.
All right.
Imagine
All
if,
right.
yeah, yeah. I got some details I'm gonna lay down. Besides,
All right.
why he could have been a villain. But there's a thing that I always imagine, like this dude want to be Wizard King, right? Imagine his brother still being but he on the opposite side, and he says, "If you become Wizard King, I'm taking you down." Type stuff like imagine that story, bro. Imagine them walking that, but if he walks that path, he's coming for him, type stuff. You know
He
what I
would
mean?
succumb to the devil in the book.
Yeah. So
Uh,
there's a lot more obviously behind it. Like obviously with the way Asta was brought, his childhood was rough. His child, even though they lived in a nice orphanage, that's good and all. That was good. I'm not gonna lie, the orphanage itself was nice, but they were struggling. Weren't they only eating like potatoes? I think they were only eating like
yeah,
they were only eating like
bread and shit.
potatoes or it was
They
something.
wasn't doing too
No.
hot in that place. No.
Every time, and then he was the only dude like born without magic. Like that was only born like this, and he saw like especially with the hierarchy system in Black Clover. You know how they got like the different kingdoms. They're ranked by like whatever your lineage factor, whatever. If you're like a noble, if you're like you got higher power capabilities, kind of thing. They're ranked like that. You know what I mean? So seeing him being on the bottom of the bottom, and then like his brother also being on the bottom of the bottom with him, but I can see if brother was still chasing, if he was still chasing Wizard King, and Asta was the polar opposite, that would have been a crazy story. You know what I'm saying? That would have been a crazy ass story. Because if he resented it that much, like
Here's
you know
my
what I
thing.
mean?
Here's my thing. But here's my thing. Asta would have to succumb to the devil in the book,
Not,
and
that
that,
that too. Yeah, keep going.
and then like I don't know if would allow that.
Is it? You thinking about that? You say
He
you don't know.
came
You
to
know
save. He came to save his ass.
like, because
Fucking
you remember when the kingdom after I forgot was it I forgot exactly which mission was it after the gravity joint, but no, not the gravity one. It was after the Liched. I think it was Liched when Liched attacked. I think when Asta saved everybody and stuff. Remember they banished him from the kingdom. Remember they
who
banished
lit?
Asta.
Oh, because they didn't understand the power
Yeah,
thing.
they didn't understand. So
Yeah.
I'm like this dude,
Oh, you're saying
time
it
and
could have
time again.
started there. It would have started there.
Yeah,
So
because
after he
I'm like,
tried his hardest.
there's so
Okay.
much he's done, but like, there's a lot of things I'm like going into a little quickly with it. But like, obviously, with all the ways the nobles treated him, besides the Wizard King, Wizard King was always his homie. It was always his homie, and Yami was always his homie, man. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But besides that, everybody else out of the Black Bulls, like treated him like garbage, for real. You know what
Not
I'm saying? Like
not
every
the
every
captain
huh?
after he not the captain after he proved himself.
Not no. I would say everybody else besides the Bulls, the captain, and the Wizard King type. Everybody else besides where we are now, everybody else like folded on him type shit. They all
You're
folded
right.
on him, but they all needed his power to beat everybody that came through. They needed this dude, right?
Yeah.
So imagine if the key wasn't there and it was just what happens there? Okay, what is the dynamic? You know what I mean?
It becomes a different fight. You lose more people.
it, it becomes a lot. Because yeah, you're right. Because I'm like this dude is the only one that can
A
basically
lot of
hold a lot
people
of the
should have
entities they
died.
fought down.
Yes, a lot of people should have died after if Asta didn't step
Yeah.
in through that fight or wasn't in that fight to cancel out a lot of attacks. That shit. A lot of motherfuckers definitely would have been injured pretty
I still
bad.
canceled out so much, and he brought so much. Like he he brought like the back behind the Bulls that they needed to. You know what I mean?
He
Because the
brought like
Bulls themselves,
the perseverance. That's what it is.
yeah,
The
that's what he brought.
the
So he
never
make
die.
everybody as a whole
But
rise.
if that goes south, you're right. That never die spirit being evil is fucking. Ooh,
Because
that's
I'm thinking
insane.
about that shit. That shit would be fucking wild. That should be wild just thinking about him in that light. Like I've never. What? What's another way to say this? Like Asta, especially with his power. You remember how he talked to his devil as it manifested inside of him in his mind, in his realm.
But like
That moment.
anybody else, he was scared.
Yes.
Like Naruto talking to the Nine Tails. Everybody who has an inner demon talking to him. The dude from Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah. In that moment, when he was talking to himself or to the demon, and the demon, remember, the demon was like the weakest demon, right? It was like banished from. I forgot
But it's not
exactly
the
how
weakest
it
demon. That's like
was
the
theoretically
innocent.
like it
The
was seen as weak. Yeah,
weakest.
it was seen as weak in the hierarchy. That's what I'm trying to say, as in the hierarchy. So when it was like, remember, it was talking about his upbringing, how he was like bullied, how he was banished. Basically, it was kind of like Asta. And I was like, what if they was like, you right? You know what I mean? Like, what if they really was like, because they both had two sides of the same coin on different spectrums. You know what I mean? That demon, Asta's demon, theoretically is at the bottom. Asta theoretically should be at the bottom. You know what I mean? Because he, especially with his lineage factor, being an orphan in that, in that sense. So I don't know. That just made me. It brought more spotlight to that notion for me, if that makes sense. It brought like more. I was like, and looking at this too, like, bro. Oh, I can't even. I was gonna switch the cam, but never mind. I was gonna switch it. Oh, there it is. Look at this man. Yes.
No, no, no. Those are critical battles. I know, man. It's crazy. All right, now fix your shit. I can't see you.
Imagine that coming
There
as
you
an
go.
antagonist.
I got you. That's the issue. I understand. I,
But
I
right.
can't. If it gets to a point though, like Asta is beatable, but it's not. It would be hard. Asta would be a hard ass fucking villain.
Definitely would be a hard joint to beat. Candy.
Um. Okay, so I'll let you know mine. Mine. It. He's more of a sub character.
All right, bet. Let's hit this. I got you.
I'm gonna have to go with Rock Lee on this one. So it's like a what if it's a what if scenario. So he's technically he was I have three choices and I just wanted to Rock Lee at this point. I wanted to see what you think. So, but after thinking about it, Rock Lee
I'll
would
fuck
be
with it.
a serious villain though. Think about it. Okay, so after the fight where he loses his ability to fight, right? And he gets the
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 crutches and the wheelchair.
surgery. Yep, and when he gets the surgery from Grandma Tsunade, and in the crutches and wheelchair, when he learns about his whole drunk food type shit,
Oh,
what
that
if
fucking yo, my man Lee was killing him.
what if after the fucking surgery he gets to go back to fighting, he
Mm-hmm.
never tells anybody, right? This is where it starts because everybody told him to quit. Everyone's like, "Nah, you gotta be nothing." And he doesn't have powers anyways, you know? He's been made fun of for not having powers, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And he just snaps after losing his ability to fight and getting it back. What if he doesn't tell anybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tells nobody, practices his kung fu still wears the weights, still trains, has
Still
Guy
trained.
train him, like has Guy train him secretly and shit, done telling nobody, like, oh, I just want to train to make sure I'm 100% type shit. Let me train. Nobody should know. And they just train, you know?
And then
And then boom, boom, just one day he just leaves and he's just ghost. Because the man is the fastest at this point.
and
After Naruto, before Naruto learned the teleportation, man, this is the fastest man in the village, pretty much. After he
so
takes them
it,
fucking weights off,
imagine
like,
Adam.
like imagine that. So now listen to this. Imagine a master of drunken fist, no weights, Rock Lee consciously using Drunken Fist.
Imagine Rock Lee.
Or using his regular fighting skills to take some shit off. Like, come on.
Imagine that same Rock Lee that you just said with Toby's mask in the Akatsuki. What would you have said if he was in the Akatsuki?
Like, I'm just saying, his ability, his speed,
But I'm saying,
he
because I'm gonna say
masked.
I didn't see anybody else with the gates. That's what I'm trying to say too. I don't see nobody else with gates in
Guy,
any.
that's it. Guy is the only other person who has the gates who taught him.
Yeah. So imagine anybody else come in.
But now here,
Imagine
if
that.
he
Imagine
goes
what Guy
down
did.
the dark path and gets the ability to maybe regenerate, or maybe be able to like use the gates in a way that don't affect his body, what then? Now what if he uses them to be in Drunken Fist, which is highly unlikely, and it's a way out of the box scenario.
Yo, imagine the Drunken Fist gate.
Just the second gate Drunken Fist. You're fucked. Full speed Drunken Fist. Oh, he just falls over full speed, just boom, knocks you out already, and it's just like there's no. The only
So I got a
argument
question
I
though.
have.
Story
The only argument I have.
wise, I'm about to say story wise, what would you put behind it? For why?
It was like I said. So he lost. It was right after he lost his ability to fight.
Yeah, like I'm saying, like, is there anything more in the character? That's what I'm saying. Is there anything more besides the injury? Any other event that you remember?
So like what was going on was the only person who was really down, like it was Naruto at the time, but like nobody was still with him, and the only reason Naruto was still there is because Naruto felt that pain. Rock Lee ain't know the pain of being alone. You know what I'm saying? Yes, he was made fun of for not having ninjutsu. You see what I'm saying? You remember those couple episodes?
Because at least Rock Lee had Guy.
Yep. And then in that moment, in those couple episodes, Guy couldn't even be there because Guy didn't know what to say because Guy's never been there. It's the first time Guy's been speechless. Guy's been out of the box. Guy's been out of the loop of what. That's how Naruto and Rock Lee became one of the like better friends in those couple episodes. But now imagine if Naruto ain't sit there. Imagine if he was like leaning towards Sasuke. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, imagine all this bullshit going on. And he's just like, yeah, I think I'm done with the leaf. And nobody's there for him. And he leaves after the surgery. Just imagine him leaving.
Damn. Oh.
Like, he takes the surgery. Or imagine him not taking the surgery and going to get the surgery from somewhere else. Who else could he get it from? The Akatsuki. Orochimaru. Those are the only people you could get that shit from.
Yeah.
And it would always be a catch.
It'll always be a catch too, because you already know with Orochimaru he'd be doing those shady ass deals. He was trying to steal somebody's body. He's about to steal that.
What's his name? The fucking. I'll remember the dude's name later. But either way, he's like a genie, basically. It's like, oh, you give Rumpelstiltskin. That's what he's like.
Oh,
if you know what I'm talking about. Like, you give a deal, but there's always a cut on the back end for the Rumpelstiltskin. So it's like, you're not really walking away with something beneficial here. You get what I'm saying? So it's like,
yeah, I got
you. Keep what you're doing. But yes, no. So Rock Lee would definitely be, for me, if that was a villain series, I would watch it. Him mastering Drunken Fist, him becoming faster. Like, he's the only person to even come in close to matching Gaara's speed.
Yeah.
Like, and the bone dude, I don't know his name. The dude who was able to use his bones as weapons.
Yeah.
Him. He was able to match his speed too.
While on Drunken.
Come on. Like,
Drunken.
Imagine that. Tell me I'm not crazy.
Damn, bro. You said imagine.
Like, I don't want to, like, I'm not even a big Rock Lee fan, but I feel like if Rock Lee became a villain, that would be why. Rock Lee would be a badass villain, and I think he would be hard to stop. Stoppable, but hard to stop, because yes, he doesn't have any powers, so like you can use ninjutsu, all
Yeah,
this other shit. But he can train in the abilities that don't need that. Like he can train in the abilities to see through genjutsu without ninjutsu, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
He can find other ways to see through all that without having the ability to hone in on his chakra. He has the ability for a little chakra, so he probably could figure out how to be able to see through genjutsus. So it's like, okay,
got you.
okay, now what? What the fuck you doing? And if he met up with the Itachi at any point, not Itachi, yeah, if he met up with Itachi at any point in the Akatsuki, like if
Mm,
they met up and Itachi taught him how to see through a genjutsu
yep,
without like you know what I'm saying? Without actually having powers, like, oh, this is what you need to look for, like pay
yep,
attention to this, that, and the third. And he can become like, you see what I'm saying? Now
got
imagine him
you.
having that ability with Drunken Fist. You can never touch this
You wouldn't
motherfucker.
be able to fucking put a hand. You wouldn't be able to do nothing to this boy, bro. Nothing. Ain't nobody laying pose on this dude, bro.
You would have to
Nobody.
catch him off guard or just tire him out. So like again, so it would be like a Naruto fight or like a all out battle with somebody who really cared, like he really cared about to come back. So it's like,
Mhm. Got you. Got you. Got you.
so
I
like
do.
that shit could be fire.
I do gotta say that actually caught me off guard. I did not expect you to choose Rock Lee out of all people. To be honest with you,
I can
like I was
tell
like
you my
that
other
was off the
two,
realm.
but yeah, I can tell you my other two.
I got
Who would be a better
another. I was
villain?
about to say I got a. Besides this, I got somebody who you didn't expect.
Who? Let me hear.
Are you sure?
Yeah, let me hear.
Give me a drum roll real quick, bro. Kobe.
Huh?
Kobe. One Piece.
Oh my Jesus. See, see,
Yo!
now if he would have went to the dark side of the whole piracies,
Not even being a pirate.
his growth was phenomenal. His
I'm about to
growth
say,
was fucking
because I'm about to
fast.
say, you don't even got to be a pirate. I don't think he would ever be a pirate per se. You know what I'm saying? But honestly, Kobe's went through a lot of shit. He saw Marines being corrupt as hell. He saw some fucked up. Yo, Akainu was about to murk him for trying to believe in, what's right, type stuff. Like,
You
if he
right, you
flipped,
right.
like, if he ever flipped, bro,
So
that
you're
would have
saying
been
he would
like,
be like a Deadpool villain? He would just do his own shit for good.
yeah,
So
because I don't
like,
think he would have been a pirate. No, I don't think he would, unless he joined Luffy. Luffy is the only way he would have been a pirate. But I think he would have been more like Mihawk, but not looking for strong fighters, but like as a marine hunter. You know what I'm saying? Imagine Marine Hunter Kobe. Like, yo, how that sound, bro? How that sound, bro? Like, imagine Marine Hunter Kobe, bro. Like, that sounds crazy because he's over there trying to hunt corrupt Marines type stuff. Like, I can see that. I can see that as the story, but he'd be the protagonist as the antagonist, but in a better version than Luffy because he'd be darker. You know what I'm saying? Because what he believed was light got flipped even further. You know, you know what I'm saying? Luffy just trying to be a free man. Yeah, he just trying to be free.
you right.
Kobe, I guess, would be doing it out of not even. You could say hatred, you could say revenge, you could say a lot of things, but I feel like that would be a good, like a little sub series if we were to see something like that unfold. Because that caught me. I was like, what if he did? Because he's getting trained by Garp. He's getting all this stuff, getting trained by the hero of the Marines. Imagine him being the villain. Imagine him being the villain, getting trained by the hero, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy. And that's already how they view Dragon. Because Dragon's a rev, right? So he's just trying to he doesn't like the Marines, yeah, such and such. But I feel like Kobe himself, he wouldn't be, I don't think he'd just be a rev because I think he would have some, I, again, we don't know Dragon's story. Nobody does. But I don't think he has that deep of a connection with the government. I think he just has like some bad experiences. I think he just want to flip the world around, kinda. I think Dragon just knows some shit. He want to flip the world around. That's what I honestly think. But
He's
Kobe, I feel
destroying
like
the
this.
world from the
Yeah,
inside. That's what I've
but Kobe's more
depicted.
like if somebody like Goku got exposed to just abuse. You know what I'm saying? Goku could have been evil. You know what I'm saying? If Goku didn't have Grandpa Gohan, that would have been crazy. So like
Without having
Kobe
to
without that,
drive
you know
up
what
the
I mean?
Marines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he didn't have that to steer him back into it, you know what I mean? Especially after he saw especially with Akainu, because Akainu became the fleet admiral after doing what he did. You know what I'm saying? Like that would have been the straw for him. Like, yo, F the Marines. I don't know if I'm a red, but I don't know what I am. But I know I'm gonna change the world.
Shit.
But I'm starting with them. And I can imagine him actually cleaning out the
You
Marines
right.
type shit.
You
I can
right.
see some shit like that.
You right.
I feel like that'd be a good spinoff.
You right.
Marine
I can see
Hunter
that.
Kobe, bro.
I can see that.
That's it. I see your face. You were like, wait, all right. You was like, that's a little different.
Okay.
All right. I was about to say, let me hear another one of yours then, because that's all. I don't got any deeper. That's just something I thought about.
Shit.
Because I do have another character besides that too. But I'm
What was
liking
I
this. I'm
thinking
liking
this
this
morning?
little breakdown with it.
I was thinking, what was I just thinking before we started? Oh shit. It was broccoli. Um, fuck. What's man's name? Hang on. He was a. Damn it. Shit. I can't
You had a
remember.
person that you had in mind, but you can't.
Yeah, I can't remember who the fuck I was thinking earlier. Shit. Alright. What was your. What. Why. Tell me about why you think Gon is worth being a villain, and then I'll probably come up with what I was thinking.
So Gone. That's why you want to know why the hat's on.
Yeah.
So Gone's a special case because he didn't. All right, yes, he lived the typical anime kid grows up, they don't know their dad or parent. You know what I'm saying? You know, he lived a typical life. Not to say he wasn't like abused or nothing like that. He had his own little self traumas, but for the most part, he was a happy kid. You know what I mean? Until he wanted to always become a hunter. You know what I'm saying? So throughout his whole journey, he's learning all these moral, like, you know, all these things that is helping out his moral compass. You know, he made friends with Killua. He made friends with Kite. You know, Kite was his mentor. He made friends with the Chancellor or whatever his name is. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about, the chairman.
Yeah.
Like he met all these characters that kind of changed his perspective, like how Asta met the Wizard King. You know, it changed his perspective on the world. And I guess it's literally just the one scene where he threw his moral compass away just to avenge his friend, you know, to avenge Kite, his mentor. That was the craziest shit in the world I've seen. Like he threw away everything. It wasn't even his best friend. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even Killua. He threw it away, like for Kite. He threw away all his none. Like even though things happen, he got his stuff back. Whatever, stuff that happened. But he threw away his life like that to do that. Like he was willing to do it. You know, he was willing to do it to get revenge for his friend. And he was willing, like that was the first time he meant to kill. You know what I'm saying? Like he was never on that. And if he stayed like that, like if he stayed in the in between, he would have been a crazy character. Like not saying a full villain, but if he stayed there, if he stayed gray, that would have been crazy. See that, bruh. Come on now. Come on now. I see your face. Come on now, dude. Come on. Playing game, yo. Leave your comments in there, yo. Let me know what you think. Give me some anime heroes you think could have made some dope ass villains. Let me know. And let my boy Double A know. Let's go.
That's crazy, bro. Gon as a fucking villain.
Because he threw a literal. I didn't even think about that. Like, because you know the extent of how Nen is. We talked about it. And how deep you have to do to even resolve to that point. Like, you know
He
how
gave
crazy
him.
his
He
resolve
said,
was?
"What did his resolve?" I don't even remember exactly what the resolve ended up being. But he ended up getting what, like 10, 15 years
Let me, let me
of
see.
jump of power and some shit.
He got all of his power
Yeah,
he would accumulate in his lifetime.
yeah,
That's what he, like, yo, like, he
that's what
was
it was.
like, I'm ready.
He
He
went from
said,
like
let's go.
two to like 6 inches taller, but jacked as shit. Like he just went, bro.
Like, that shit was crazy. Like, he made up his mind with his men, basically just to fight Pito. Just literally, not even to fight Meruem, not even to fight the boss, just to fight Pito because of what she did to his friend. And you know how crazy? People like, I gotta keep bringing up my man's Goku. People like Goku, he has a he has a great moral compass. But like his man's Krillin gets blown up in front of him, his best friend, for 30 years. And he ain't Merc Man's, bro. I'm not gonna lie, it would have been on sight. He ain't Merc Frieza. He said, I'm sparing you. This man Gold said, I'm killing you. He said, no. No. He said, forget everything I was taught. You're done. Like, I never seen him like that. He said, you're done, bro. He said, you're fucking done.
Depending on how you do it, I might have did the same thing.
Like, if he, like, especially if we was fighting together, like, say if me and you was beefing for like 30 years trying to train together. You saw a villain. I'm in the background doing nothing. I get stabbed. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, you like, yo, like, Krillin was killing. Krillin wasn't part of the fight. Man just got picked up. And I was like, yo, what the fuck? Man was cooling. I don't know what type of hater ass shit is that. Like, you know what I mean? Like how Frieza start getting boxed by base Goku and then start hating. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Then start hating. He got boxed by base Goku.
Nah,
But imagine like that, I'm saying like imagine that
that's
compass is on Gon.
bullshit, bro.
But Gon
That's
Gon
wait.
Gon took it, he said he threw that away though. Gon threw his compass away.
No,
Goku stayed.
that's true.
Yeah,
Gon threw
Gon threw
that
his
shit
away.
away. But as a villain, what would he do with that as a villain now?
Because
So he's
I was
gonna
about
what?
to say Goku only
What are you gonna
killed
make
people.
an
Yeah.
atomic bomb? Like you know what I'm saying? Like where as a villain is going? Where is his villain's compass? You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh,
Broccoli's would
you're talking
still
about where
be
his villain's compass be?
yeah,
I feel
yeah,
like you're talking about where his motive would
yeah.
be.
What is he coming after?
After
That's what I'm
Pitou,
saying.
if he kept that compass, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like he not that he wouldn't have become necessarily a true villain, you know what I mean? But he would have been ruthless. You know what I'm saying? He would have been like, if you let he'd be like, yo, the savior of the town is Goblin Slayer. You know what I'm saying? You'd be like, oh, he's such an awesome dude. Then you see what he does. You're like, yo, this man crazy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
But he's the hero. You know, like, but he's our hero. This man's, doing some crazy shit, but he's the hero.
No,
You know,
you right. You dead
like
ass right.
imagine you seeing some fucked up ass shit. Like, go imagine you like, yo, imagine All Might in front of the whole town. Like,
I was
obviously,
gonna
he
say
had to
that.
take down
What
all.
if like Deco became
Yeah,
fucking a
because I was
villain? You
about
know
to
what
say,
I'm
imagine
saying?
All Might in front of the whole town, like punching a hole through All for One. Literally,
And
like
through
imagine
someone's
how the
chest. Yeah.
town would have perceived that. They would have like, yeah, chill. They'd be like, chill. Like, you know what I mean? Like he punched, like you're not the hero no more. Like if you,
You
because
turn into Batman or the Arrow at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like fuck this shit, punching holes in chest. Wow.
yeah, like imagine you looking outside, like yo, he's our hero, and you're like, yo, he took off his head, bro, chill. Yeah, you like, I get it. You could have arrested homeboy. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Fair trial type shit. Nah,
You like,
this head's
you
not.
had to work. You
Just
know what I'm saying? You
clean
could
as
have,
shit.
have
Just turn real quick.
because like
Ah.
it's like a
Woo.
because it creates like a society. I feel like it's like imagine a person like Gone walking around like you said with the Batman persona, where somebody's scared to fucking jaywalk. You know, like that's the most basic way to say it. You know what I mean? Like imagine him walking through.
Well, You're not jaywalking to go fucking sell drugs. That's the issue.
You say you're not
Am I
Yo, that's what
wrong?
Batman be thinking. You said that's what Batman be thinking. You start jaywalking, he start whooping your ass.
Take one step across the street in a non-crosswalk area. You just get decked out from above from like a street light. Deckers coming to kill you. Like, ah,
All right, would you trust a person like that as your hero? See, but he actually protected the law because you fucked up. You know what I'm saying? but what type of justice is that? He whooped your ass for why? For what? See, like imagine like Batman break your arm for jaywalking.
tough
What you
love.
gonna say?
Tough love, I guess. Nah, this is a little
Anyways,
overkill. That's
but
a
yeah,
little
to get back to
overkill.
get back to
That's
his
a little
compass though, like
overkill.
yeah, but I think going would have been perfect on it though. I feel like going would have been perfect for that type of like you said, like the Batman style. That would have been good for him because he would have been tripping.
I can see that. I can see that.
So more
I can
like an
100%.
anti-hero. You know what I'm saying? You'd be a hero, but
I can
not
see that.
really.
I can really see that.
Did you remember your last one, bro? Or one of your other ones?
No, but I did think of a new one.
Oh, what's your new one? Let's hear it.
What if Kakashi went dark after his childhood?
What do you mean, like after his childhood, like even like Obito?
Like worse than Obito, because he had to serve underneath what's his name for like a minute to become a trainer.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what his past was, all the way from like a kid to like whatever. He was training Black Ops and shit.
See, he was there because he was part of Ambu.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Now imagine he goes dark. Imagine he goes dark after that.
What would you think would make him dark? That would be our question.
He's seen a
Give
lot
me
of
like a
shit,
scenario.
bro. He's seen a lot of shit. And then what if he found out too early? Like, what if he found out while working under, what's it called? What if potentially Obito's death wasn't an accident?
So what if he found out it was purposeful?
Yeah.
You think that would have been a trigger for him, kind of thing?
Yep. And then
Let me
what
see.
if Obito, he met
I
Obito,
think
found that Obito's
I
still
got you. I
alive,
got you.
and he's
I got a
still
trigger for you, bro.
alive. What if he's Obito's still alive? You know what I'm saying? And then what? Like then they meet up and Kakashi's on this like, oh, all right, you still alive? Let's go get the people who did this to you type shit.
I was about to say I do got an example because I see what you mean. I see what you mean because he would be on more of a revenge style path, right? But I did have another example you could have used if that would make sense. I thought about remember the Haku and Zabuza fight? What if Zabuza or Haku? What if Haku took out one? It could have been Naruto. Could have been Sasuke. Could have been anything. What if they actually succeeded on one? What do you think? How do you think Kakashi
Sakura.
as a sensei?
They would have killed Sakura.
He said, all right, yeah, they killed Sakura. Yes, sorry, say that. Boom. Then let's take her out. Fuck that. Say Sakura. So if they take Sakura out, how do you think Kakashi as a teacher, in that sense, would have reacted? Because he was already tripping to like extremes when they got into the war, all that. You know what I mean?
I'll tell you, the
Because he was on the mission with them.
yeah, the headband would have came up even quicker, and then Killer activated because he activated Killer mode when they used Naruto. Are you talking about which one, when he fought the shark dude or when he had to fight the ice demon child?
Ice.
Yeah, so when they fought together and they threw the giant shuriken, that was actually a shadow clone.
Yeah.
Then like what was it? That moment, if they would have thrown Sakura, she probably would have died. I'm sorry. Shit.
You good?
If they would have if they would have threw Sakura in that moment, she might have died. Fucked it up. Got caught.
Mm.
And if he was paying attention, she could have just used the ice to stop the fucking.
Cause
Sure.
they got real close to, cause whatever Haku got real close to taking out Sasuke. At least remember Naruto started tripping. Remember, yeah, Naruto started tripping. That's when the fox started coming out a little bit. You remember?
Oh yeah, that's when they
And I was like,
started to
yo,
get the upper
imagine if,
hand.
cause I was like, imagine if his students did perish. Like, say if Naruto Sasuke did perish. Say if they actually did by Haku in that cage. Haku killed Naruto before he nine-tailed.
Because he summoned the dog right
Yep.
after that. That's
Yep.
crazy. Yeah.
So I'm saying I feel like that would have been a trigger. And seeing that Kakashi, like I could have seen him with like an Ambu like little mask with like a little cape, little half torn cape or something. I could have seen him as like a little vigilante out in the fields, bro. Because I could have seen him trying to take out some people if he went, if he failed that hard.
Plus, he
But
got
he'd be,
that Chidori, and
but
bro.
but yes, for him to be evil against the village though, he would have had to find out about them conspiring to, about them conspiring about the Ren, and he would have had to find out about the Uchiha plan faster. I feel like
Yeah.
stuff like that faster. If he figured it out faster, he could have turned dark, like a true dark. But if he lost his students, I think he would have been vigilante dark. I feel like he would have searched out. He would have searched out for some other purpose because I don't think he would have
I
wanted to
think the
become a teacher.
vigilante dark is more possible.
You see that one?
I 100% think the vigilante dark is more possible because he would probably lose a student before. He probably won't. He probably would never lose a student, but he would probably lose a student before he went dark because of what he's seen. He's a tough cookie, bro.
Yeah, definitely.
Tough
A tough. Yo,
motherfucking cookie.
I do have. I got one final thing. Before we wrap it up.
Okay.
I got one final person.
Okay. Cool.
And I don't think you're gonna guess who this is, bro. You ready?
Yeah, who is it?
Are you sure you're ready?
Yeah, let me know. Come on, let's hear it.
Eren Yeager.
I've already heard this argument from a couple other videos. Let's see what you got. I've heard it. I believe it. He could have been a villain.
There's
He could have been
a lot, bro. He had to eat his pain. There's a lot of things that went down, bro. There's a lot of things that went down.
He could have been flipped, bro. There's no reason that he should have still.
I'm about to say, because I feel like that's something we can wrap up real quick. Because I had nothing new. I just wanted to see if you was on that too. Because I was like, this man, I would have been a villain so fast if I found out that was my life.
After the whole, like, I didn't watch it up to the most recent episodes, but I read the meme on the speech, like the actual speech card.
Gotcha.
It's a dope speech. Like, those episodes were probably hard as fuck. I've seen some of the pictures of it. They're nice as fuck. I don't know.
Yeah.
How beforehand, going through all that shit, bro, I don't know how you could stay good after seeing so many people within the ranks be a Titan. And then
bullshit.
And still and then you see Titans in the wall, and then you see Titans fucking.
You just see so much shit. Then didn't he eat his I think he ate his dad, right?
And then there's other worlds that you don't fucking realize.
Yep.
Like, it's ridiculous, and the scene, like, oh my god,
dude. So fucking much, bro. It's literally so goddamn much.
It's almost as gruesome as it's more gruesome in some areas as Goblin Slayer, but like Goblin Slayer is bloody and gory, but like fucking
I don't know.
Attack
on Titan got some moments, bro. They got some moments.
The fucking giant colossal Titan threw a horse, a fucking horse.
Yeah.
I saw that shit. I was watching it with PJ, and I saw that fucking horse, bro. That shit came through the screen, and I almost lost my shit, bro. You see the fucking horse? It's just, boom, bro. Through the nah, bro. If I ever saw someone throw a horse at me, a 400-pound animal or bigger, you just threw across the fucking world like it's the goddamn Tom Brady touchdown. No,
Yeah.
no.
You said
You
fuck
tell
that,
me.
dude.
First of all, I would have tried to figure out if I was a Titan the minute I found out Titans existed and people changed. I'd have been like, all right, let's try this. And started biting my
You
shit.
would just bitch yourself,
I'd
right?
have,
Yeah,
I,
you just started biting
well,
yourself.
I would have just taken the easy way and just cut my hand a little bit. But, real quick. Found out? Nah, all right. There you go. No. If not, then all right. You now know. You got to train your ass off to not get killed by these motherfuckers. Learn as much as you can.
Yes,
But
sir.
besides that, if you find out you're a Titan, I don't know. After going through all this shit, I might try to. I might not stay. There's possibilities I might not stay.
You'd be
I
out.
I fuck with the whole society of it though, but then like you learn there's other societies and there's like it's a whole big ass fucking picture and conspiracies on conspiracies. It's like I'd rather just go live with the fucking Titans at this
Yeah.
point.
You better just go live out there.
Like leave me alone. I could stay as far away from you as possible and you never touch me. Then I turn into a human out here. You see when I see you and you never know who I am. Like fuck that. Like no, bro. Tell me that's not like a thing you can do. And Aaron's fucking Titan powers are so fucking nice. Like
Yeah. Isn't he the I forgot he's like the one Titan or whatever. I forgot what he's the founding Titan.
he can throw bitches, bro. I watched the scene and he just like pointed his hand and said some shit, and I just see the Titans fly. And it's fucking crazy.
Damn.
It's a good fucking shit, bro. It's good. I'd watch it again. I gotta catch up. Probably rewatch
Mhm.
season 2 and 3 again, and then um watch 4 and shit.
On and watch for it. I gotta catch up. I think I'm on like the last war though. I'm on like the last like part. I think I'm on like is it season 5?
Yeah.
I'm on there.
No, it's season 4, part 2, technically.
Oh, and season
Yeah,
I'm on the
part
beginning
2.
of season 4. My
Yeah.
fault. That's where I'm at.
So part 2 of season 4.
Yeah, I'm on season
Okay.
4 part 1.
Nah, bro, that I'd do it. I'd probably change if I was Aaron.
Yeah.
All right. So what about? So are we closing? My
Yeah,
bad.
we close. Yeah, I'm about to say we closing
We
out
have to
now.
go to another point. I came up with another, but we'll come back to it. We'll come back to this. So I
I'm
guess
about to say you got a
that's
quick
it.
if you got a quick name that you can make it real quick.
Um,
Can you make it a minute?
I can make it a minute. I don't know. I can't remember his name now since you put me on the spot. But the main dude from Bleach, I can't remember his name.
Ichigo?
Yes, Ichigo. If he was a villain.
Yo, all right, that's a good one. Cause yo, his life was put in place not even by him. Everybody predicted his life for him.
Now
You know that, right? Like
imagine
the
he
Soul
just
Society.
goes down that path or falls into the hollow 100%.
Yeah. See, see. Oh my God, when he did that self-inner fight, bro, that shit was deep as hell. That shit was real deep. And when he talked to Aizen, when he actually talked to that man, and that man's had some ideals though. Aizen actually had some ideals, but man's did it in a dark ass way.
Yes,
He did it in
sir.
a dark ass way.
No, and I don't even think his Zanpakuto would have been mad, like if he would have went dark. You
Yeah,
see
I
what I'm saying?
think he would have let him go. I think he would have let him do it.
Like that's where I'm at. So if Ichigo would have went fucking dark, then what?
Mhm. Then
He gets the
that would have been
girl's
crazy.
powers. He gets the girl's powers to go because he was already kind of like he was a hero though. Like he didn't like to
Mhm.
see people get hurt. So that's the only thing that would have to be broken.
Yeah, for him to
So like
do it.
he either would like in the same scenario again be a vigilante type where he's like using any force necessary,
Mhm.
or he's
Mhm.
like he would have to snap, see that girl die again,
Yep. You basically
relive,
have to see
find out,
fucking.
actually find who killed his mother,
I forgot her name.
type shit. Like
Yeah.
he would have to actually see shit again in order for him to lose. Because at the end of the day, with no powers, he went to go save those people in the high school. That's like in the first episode. Like he saved
Yeah.
those motherfuckers with no powers. You
With
know what
no
I'm
powers at
saying?
all.
And he
just
just
being in there.
had the Quincy abilities that his parents had, that his mom
Yeah.
had. So it's like, okay,
All
but
right, I
that's
got you. We about to break that hour.
it.
All right, but all right, that was episode
We'll
1
hang that up.
for season 2 of the Cul-de-sac Speaks. We'll hang it up right there, like
We
my
out
man said.
here.
Yo, what you?
We out
Yo, I do that, and yo,
here.
hang that
We
up.
out here. We out here. Gang,
But
gang.
yo,
See y'all later.
appreciate each and every one of
Hang
y'all for
loose.
tuning in. Yo, the links is in the description down below. But yo, y'all stay blessed and stay
Hang
safe
loose.
out there.
Yep. Stay safe, y'all. Always enjoy. We live. We
Good
litty.
luck.
Bring your mama to the next stream. Tell her we out here.
Tell her
I'll
we
see y'all
out
later.
here.
I'm
See y'all
outie.
later.
Deuces.
I'm out.